Hey, it's Bill Fennell, the Grieving Dad. The website is grievingdad.com. So I want to talk to you about my experience when I first lost my daughter, searching for help, searching for support, for grief support. So I was in a pretty dark space. I was contemplating suicide. So I tried calling a psychiatrist that was therapist that was in my network for health insurance, and the lady at the phone was like, well, we're 3 months out, blah 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 blah. I'm like, you don't understand, I'm really contemplating suicide. She's like, okay, hold on, I'll get back to you, give me 5 minutes. So they got me an appointment, and I got in, actually I think it was that night, and the therapist kind of walked me off the ledge, but she says, look, long term, I've not lost a child. I can empathize what you've gone through, but I can't fully understand that. You may be better off with a grief support group with other parents, or finding a therapist that's gone through it. I'm like, okay, I appreciate that. So go to Google in my hometown, and I try to find grief support. Can't find a darn thing. And my dog here can't find anything on Google. So I call the local hospital. Do you have anything for grief? The lady answered, no, I don't think we do, but let me turn you over to somebody else. So she transferred me. So I get the marketing department, which for this hospital, they have their large hospital group. So the marketing department is in a building 2 counties over. So she's like, well, I don't know why she sent you to me. I'll have to check. I'll get back to you. Hang on. So I go back to Google and I find hospice locally. I'm about to call them. And she calls back. She says, well, yeah, there's a hospice near you that has it. Okay, great. I just actually found that on Google as well. And so I call them and I say, hey, do you have any kind of grief support programs? Oh, yeah, we do. We have Tuesday mornings here, and we have Thursdays at the hospital. Like, wait a minute. The hospital has no clue that you have that. Well, it's in all their elevators over there that we have it. So communication failed there. So I go to the Tuesday morning, which should have told me a problem. It was like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock on a Tuesday morning. I sit down, I'm the first one there, chit-chat with the leader of the group, the therapist, social worker, whatever she was. And I actually had been in an apartment building with her. There's like 6 apartments, so we ran into each other there. And I think my dog ran off behind me. All these old people start filing in. I'm like, oh no. So it was a grief support group for those who had lost a spouse. I'm about ready to bail. She says, well, just hang on. I've got some, in the paperwork you get with attending this, there is an information packet about this group called Compassionate Friends. It's just people who've lost a child. I'm like, okay, great. So I sat through that meeting, suffered through it, and then that got me connected to the Compassionate Friends. Great group. It's just other parents who have lost a child. You go and share your story once a month. Made some great friends. Ultimately, I feel it doesn't help you with completing your grief, because you just kind of tell the story month after month. It doesn't give you actions to help your situation. But eventually I found the grief recovery method, and I'll tell that maybe as another story. But I made some great friends there. I still go to it occasionally. But yeah, that was my comedy of errors, finding my way to grief support. And hopefully you're having a better time finding it. I'm sorry if you found me. I don't want you, I don't want anybody else to have to go through the grief that I've gone through, but I am here for you. The Grieving Dad. Call me if you want to make a consultation, 219-210-6000. Actually, text me first, and we can start the conversation about grief support, the grief recovery method, and whether it's right for you. From my heart to yours, Bill Fennell, the Grieving Dad.